So this is the first proper run out, I guess, in the SLK Muriel. So I'm going to record just on my phone. I've not set the cameras up, but if it all works out, then there'll be a bit of camera facing by me, a bit of narrative, and then a bit of the scenery. Plan is to do the A71, which I'm on just now, and then mainly the A68 on the way down, with the destination being Kelso. So I'll pick up maybe Sutra Hill and a couple other places, just sort of 20-30 second bursts of road, and a couple of more talkies. So I hope you're enjoying this video so far of the A71, and there's more to come.
Well, I can't say there's many things I wouldn't change. There are better days gone than those that remain, but I can find joy in the sound of the rain.
Well, this is where this is the spot where I stay, and this road winds away down there to the Forth. The River Forth is just beyond there, down to Preston Pans, and it used to be called the Old Salters Road, and I think it's where they used to pan for salt at Preston Pans on the river, and then wheel the salt inland into the borders up this road. I've written this song called Salters Road, and it talks about a lot of the places in this area where I stay now, and it's inspired by an old neighbour of ours called Molly Christensen, who used to live just opposite. She was a brilliant character, and knew everything about this area, like knew the name of every field and every little back track, and was nearly 90 years old when she died just a couple of years ago. And she was born in this area just a couple of miles away at Crichton, just over the hill, and just a fantastic, sparky wifey, and really made us welcome when we moved here. So I've written a song in her memory for Molly. Okay. We get a wee pheasant in the background. So this song's called Salters Road, and this is Salters Road. She was waiting for a boy in her corduroy breeches, driving on a Clydesdale like her father once had done. From Mutton Hole to Preston Hall, through all the dells and ditches, and an avenue of Burley Beach that reached towards the sun. For miles and miles and miles she'd roam, down Salters Road to Falladam and all the way home. For miles and miles and miles she'd roam. She was waiting for a boy in his trews of navy cotton. Something she had half forgotten is as clear as water now. The horseman's only daughter takes the Friday boat to Bergen, and the waves swell like a barley field that's ready to lay down. For miles and miles and miles she'd roam, down Salters Road to Falladam and all the way home. For miles and miles and miles she'd roam. Down the spine of the St. Lawrence to Kirkwall's stony shore, the old north wind gathers her into his arms once more. And she was waiting for a boy, he came skipping down to greet her. Through the starch and bleach and buttons he was singing out her name. The evening clouds are huddled in so close that you could catch them,
granite sheen upon the river and the shimmering of rain. For miles and miles and miles she'd roam, down Salter's Road to Falladam and all the way home. For miles and miles and miles she'd roam, down Windy Mains and Whippy Law and all the way home. All the way home. All the way home. All the way home.
There's a boy up here who wants you to love him, but he can't ignore his fears. There's a girl down there who wants you to love him like you did this time last year. I could fill that hole for you, how can I apply for you? Could fill that hole for you some way. Morning light I feel, come and make a meal of me. I'm hot this morning, and I must say this dish is delicious. You can have some more for dinner. Now we'll fill that hole for you. How do I apply to you? I could fill that hole for you some way. There's a dream somewhere that's never been spoken. Here's your bus fare somewhere else, where you can spend your days all shattered and broken until you're gone, goodbye forever. And I could fill that hole for you. How can I apply for you? Could fill that hole for you some way. I could fill that hole for you. How can I apply to you? I'll be home for you someday.
So that was Sutra Hill. I've recorded it a couple of times. Never get sick of driving this part of the A68. Even if I am stuck behind a transporter, doesn't matter. Just enjoy the road. So now I'm going to turn on A697. I'll record a little bit of that, and it's this A68 that I'm on and the A697 I'm joining was my route down from Edinburgh when I worked in Edinburgh but lived in the borders. So lots of memories. I think I've said that in previous videos as well, but yeah, I've had some fun in this road over the years. So yeah, back to the road.
Catalog princess, apprentice, seductress, hiding in her my tinsel angel. Patience, my perfume child. One day to really love you, you'll charm me with that smile. But for now, it's just another Chelsea Monday. Chelsea Monday.
So we're on the last leg of the journey to Kelso. This is the A6089, just left the A697. I'll shoot a little bit of this minute or two as we approach Kelso, and then I'll need to concentrate on my map to get to Douglas Towers, or whatever it's called. So yeah, borders are just beautiful, really stunning countryside. So I'm going to sit back, enjoy the next 10 miles or so, then I'll maybe catch up as I get to Kelso. Drifting with her incense in the labyrinth of London, playing games with faces in the neon wonderland, perform to scattered shadows on the shattered cobbled aisles. Would she dare recite soliloquies at the risk of stark applause? Chelsea Monday. She'll pray for endless Sundays as she enters saffron sunsets. Conjure phantom lathers from the tattered shreds of dawn. Fulfilled and yet forgotten, the Saint-Tropez mirage. Fragrant aphrodisiac, the weather tuberose. Of Chelsea Monday. Sweet Chelsea Monday.
princess, apprentice, seductress, buried in her cellophane world in Glitter Town. Of Chelsea Monday.
My heart is in my mouth and my head is in my hand. You're the start and you're the end of my best and worst laid plans. When the cold wind blows it chills me, oh it chills me to the bone. But not as cold as living a sheltered life alone. The things I see in dreams are not what I want to see. Return whence you belong now and stop tormenting me. I've put up with the rain and I've put up with the cold, but my spirit had been broken by 21 years old. Come in and know me better and I'll put the kettle on. By the time the water's boiled, my anger will be gone. The things I see in dreams are not what I want to see. Return whence you belong now and stop tormenting me. I sit here in the bath and pretend I'm doing the luge, but I keep misjudging corners and break my skull in two. If my fantasies are failures, then what hope has real life got? Aspirations are a nuisance I've always nobly fought. The things I see in dreams are not what I want.
You know you're getting into Kelso when you're passing the wall of Fleur's Castle. Highly recommend to visit there if you ever get a chance. So that's me pretty much at Kelso. I'm going to just switch to map just to get to my destination, and I hope you've enjoyed. I don't know, there'll be about 10-15 minutes of footage with some music in the background. You'll enjoy the music anyway, or maybe you won't. Thanks for sticking with it if you did, and I'll catch you the next time, which I think will be a 2-seats adventure coast to coast.
In a quarter of a mile.